Listen up. This isn't just about you. This is about a lineage, your lineage. 1,000 generations who lived in shadows, never had the chance to stretch their arms and say, I'm here. They were muzzled, suppressed, told to shrink, to stay small, to be quiet. And you, yes you, have the goddamn privilege to break that shit wide open. But here's the kicker. Every time you shrink, every time you play small, every time you let fear or doubt or some bullshit inner critic tell you to keep your head down, you fuck over those who came before you. You suffocate them. You think I'm being dramatic? No, I'm being truthful. Let's break this down into easy, bite-sized chunks so you can get this. You do this already. It's just hiding. Take a moment and think back to the time you stepped up, when you took a chance, when you spoke up and when it mattered. Maybe it was a tiny victory. Maybe it was something small that only you noticed. Maybe it was that moment you didn't shrink when someone told you to. Here's an example. Think about when you were a kid learning to walk. You didn't just get up and run. You fell, and then you got up again. That's your lineage. It wasn't just you learning to walk. You were walking for all of them. Every step you took was one that said, we're here, we matter. That's a big deal. But you keep forgetting it. You've been taught to forget it. Society makes you forget it. And so does your little inner voice. So when you shrink, you're shutting down every ounce of power you've got. And every ounce of power your ancestors had. How can you do this in new ways? It's easy to keep doing what you've always done, playing small. Keep quiet. And let life just happen to you. But that's the easy way. The unfortunate way. The way that feeds into that generational curse of playing small. Now what if you could start thinking bigger? What if you could do something every single day that breaks that cycle? Here's a new way. Start with speaking your truth. Even when it feels uncomfortable. Even when you feel like the world is going to laugh at you. The only thing that matters is that you're showing up, you're breathing, and you're fucking present. That's how you change your life. Every time you show up, speak your truth, and stand your ground, you rewrite the future for your kids, your grandkids, and all the people who'll never get to do what you can. So why is this important? Let's talk science. You know how in physics, energy doesn't disappear, it transforms. Same with your ancestral karma. If you don't act on it, if you let that energy stay stuck, it doesn't just vanish, it gets passed down. It gets passed down through your blood, through your bones, through your actions, or lack thereof. When you hold yourself back, you're holding back your ancestors' dreams, your ancestors' struggles, and their aspirations. You're basically saying to the universe, yeah, no, we'll just stay small, that's fine. But here's the thing, your greatness isn't just yours, it's theirs. Every time you break a boundary, every time you stop playing small, you activate the bigger blueprint that's been dormant for centuries. It's a spiritual interface. And when you let yourself shrink, it's like slapping those ancestors in the face. You don't want to do that, do you? Alright, let's get nerdy for a sec. Neurolinguistic programming tells us that our beliefs shape our reality. If you believe you're meant to shrink, if you believe that greatness isn't for you, then guess what? Your brain is wired to make that true. It creates a filter that limits your perception of the world, and everything you see feeds into that limiting belief. But the good news is your brain is plastic. It can change. It can be rewired. And when you start showing up, standing tall and claiming your space, your brain literally starts working for you. You begin to feel confident, empowered, and more capable. Your actions shift and your results shift. So why are you afraid to do it? You're afraid because somewhere deep down, you're worried about what people will think. You're worried Their big beautiful energy is too much. That will make people uncomfortable. You think they'll judge you, reject you, or maybe even call you arrogant. But here's the truth. Their fear isn't yours. That's their shit, not yours. When you shrink, you're living for their judgments, for their comfort, not yours. And let's face it, it's a bitch move. You're letting someone else's fear dictate your life. That's not how it works. Your life, your choice, and yours to make. You don't need anyone's approval to live your truth. You know the patterns that keep you stuck. They're the I'm not good enough. Who am I to stand out? And I'm not the type of person who can do that. These patterns suck the energy out of you. They suppress your brilliance. Here's a pattern breaker. Interrupt the script. You know the one. When you start hearing those thoughts, stop, look at them, laugh at them, challenge them. Every time you break that pattern, you reclaim your power. Your ancestors didn't survive for you to live in fear. You want to create massive change in yourself and others, right? Here's the game plan. You need to pace where people are. Understand their limits, their fears, their doubts. And then lead them beyond them. Pacing means recognizing where someone is at. So when you talk to someone, whether it's yourself or someone else, don't push them too fast. First acknowledge the fear, the hesitation, the resistance. That's pacing. Then you lead by showing them it's okay to move forward, that they don't need to stay stuck. Now the key to this, when you pace and lead, you're creating change from within. You're syncing your beliefs, your values, and your identity with the outcome you want. This is how you help others shift. Let's talk karma, because there's no escaping it. If you don't act, if you don't step up, you're screwing over the whole damn chain. You're passing down fear. You're passing down smallness. You're passing down generations of unspoken greatness that will never see the light of day. But when you act, when you stand tall, that's not just your success. That's their success too. The people who came before you, they get to shine through you. You give them a voice. You give them light. So now you've got the truth. You've got the science. You've got the lineage. What's next? Stop fucking around. Start showing up. Stop shrinking. You're here. And every time you step into your greatness, you're not just doing it for you. You're doing it for them. You've got one shot at this life, so make it count.